Happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody. Welcome to the show. We are
Yes, happy Cinco de Mayo.
coming at you a day early. You know, we switch it up every now and then. You gotta hit the notification bell when we put out the thumbnail so y'all know. We'll show up anytime. Hey
Right, we
Catherine.
just we just pop up. Hey
Hey
Catherine.
Cheryl.
Hey Cheryl.
We got a lot to talk about, but how you been doing, man?
I've
It's
been
been a
trying to
minute.
survive, my between the shoulder and the gas taking me down. I'm just, broken ragdoll. Trying to survive.
Me too. It's been a lot going on in this Mercury retrograde, and it's I just been going through a lot of changes. You know, personally, it's just been a lot.
And the
But we are
full
here.
moon was out.
That's why I'm in the house. Like when it's too much going on, I just need to stay home.
Right, because I'm like, I'm staying right home. I don't care, they outside messing around, eating them tacos, drinking tequila,
Mm.
and the Cinco de Mayo. Speaking of the Cinco de Mayos, happy birthday to my niece right now. Happy birthday, love you right now. She's born on Cinco de Mayo, but I'm coming today as
How old is
Guadalupe.
she?
I believe she turned 16. I'm
All right.
coming
Well, happy
today
16th birthday.
as Guadalupe. I have to bring my Guadalupe, just in, honor of the Cinco de Mayos.
So not Maria. You Guadalupe today.
Guadalupe. That's because I
Okay.
told you I am Mexican. I don't care what that DNA test came back and said. I know I'm Mexican. I've
Everybody
been
want to
Mexican.
be
I've been
everything other
Mexican
than
for
black.
years. No, but I just feel like I'm telling you, like, ask my family members. I've been saying I'm Mexican for years. Like, before I even know, I was like, I felt like real, like, pinto bean ish, like taco bean ish. I don't know, like refried bean. That's how I was feeling like all most of my life. Like, I'm telling you, I know I'm Mexican. And then I found
Well,
out about the black Mexicans. I don't know if I'm gonna go down to Mexico though.
not right now. I don't think now is a good time
Mm-mm.
to go, especially as an Afro American. I think now would be a good time to just stay at home as well.
Yes, it's not safe.
So let's get started. Let's get into these church announcements first. First off, we will be reviewing Housewives of Atlanta, which is premiering Sunday. We will be reviewing it on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. So, y'all mark your calendars. We will be reviewing the entire show. And I got a surprise for y'all on Tuesday. So, y'all stay
Uh-oh.
tuned. Stay tuned. And I think it's gonna be a good show. I mean, we've seen a little bit of the bickering and a little bit of the jealousy coming from Marlo and Sheree already.
Hey Cleo.
And hey, Cleo, be safe. Be safe now. Don't be trying to watch the show and
Yes,
driving.
you said yes.
Listen. You can listen though. You can listen. So let's do these church announcements real quick. Yo, we need to send our prayers out to Jamie Foxx. He is still in the hospital, and the people saying it's not looking good.
It's
It,
not. It's really not. It's really sad. But they did put out a statement. He was saying thank you for the prayers and all that stuff. But I believe that's probably his team behind that, putting that out on his page.
yeah, that
But
was his publicist. I want to hear his voice. I want to hear him say something. I know he
right.
just he had allegedly had a stroke, and I
Well,
know
we
it
don't
takes
even
a
know
while.
what he had because
Allegedly,
this
this all alleged because we just trying to. This is some news reports is reporting it was a stroke. Some are not saying what it is because he never officially said what it was.
yeah, and his daughter never did as well. So
It's their personal business, but it is concerning that he's still in the hospital. Hey, Carol.
it is. Hey, Carol. But I did find that audio. Remember the story I was telling you? I believe I was mentioning it last week about how they said that Jamie was allegedly doing the thing out of the buttholes of a man. But
That
I
Jamie was doing it?
Yeah, I did find like because it was Armand Wiggins. Shout out to Armand Wiggins. I love his show. He's hilarious. But it was him who told the story. He told the story of I guess what someone told him, a young lady that he met that said that she was dealing with him, that he had told the story because he had told the story a while ago. But the way he's like so animated, it was just hilarious. I don't know if we could play audio, right? For fair use.
Is this Jamie Foxx talking?
No. 1 second.
But I need to find out. So, Mace, what exactly are you playing? Are you playing the audio of Jamie talking about the parties, or what are you playing? While she's looking for that, y'all make sure that y'all keep Jamie Foxx in your prayers because they said they had to call a neurologist down to the hospital and one of the top neurologists. So we really don't know what's going on, but we're hoping that he makes a speedy recovery and he'll be able to come back from this. He already his movies that he was working on, the one he was doing with Netflix, they've already finished using the stunt double, and then his Shazam show, they have gotten Nick Cannon to fill in and take over his role in that capacity. People magazine is saying that his condition is not life-threatening, but it is stable. The doctors are still testing. How does People magazine know and don't nobody else know?
Hey, Vintage 1970. Yeah, that's
Face Vintage.
I found the audio. You ready to hear it?
So what is the audio?
This is the audio of Armand Wiggins telling the story of what a young lady, I believe, told him.
Okay, all right. I'll mute.
Okay, this is for fair use. This is just allegedly. All this is alleged.
Here, I told you that they've been they said that they mess around with Jamie Foxx from time to time. They all do blow. I don't know, that's allegedly. And some say that he does it out of a man's. I don't know how true that is. But I keep telling you that story. The lady said the man was sitting up there like this. I promise you, she said.
He was given a visual. He was climbing in the chair, laying flat.
I'll show you this, because I promise you. She said that the man, they would go, and the man was on the table like this. Okay, and as the man was on the table like this, they would go and get the powder, allegedly. And in the locked room, this is all alleged. And apparently, they would pour it down here, and then he would get ready and do whatever out of the hole, like skip it all out of the man's ass.
Well, y'all heard that. If y'all want to hear the whole version, go check out Armand Wiggins on his YouTube channel. Very hilarious, very entertaining.
But moving on to the next thing, we got to talk about Miss Ebony K. Williams and this whole bus driver debacle. Would you date a bus driver? Would you date the owner? So basically, Iyanla Vanzant, who's to me is self-righteous, she thinks she knows everything. But she makes a lot of good points, but I feel like she's kind of self-righteous and thinks that her opinion is the only opinion that matters. So she was doing an interview with Ebony, and she asked Ebony if she would date a bus driver. Ebony says, well, if he owns the company. And then Iyanla goes on to scold her on why she needs to date the bus driver and men is working hard, this, that, and the third. And after the interview went viral, people were attacking Ebony, saying that, why are you dogging black men out and you doing this and you doing that? My thing is this. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion. She can date the CEO if she wants to, and it shouldn't even matter. I don't know why it was such a big deal, but it was. I felt like Ebony was dragging it. DJ Envy went on his platform and was making it such a big deal. Who cares what her preference is? She don't have to.
I don't think it was far as preference. See, I think people are taking it out of context. And I would like to get more context of why Iyanla asked her that question. Like, what was the context of the conversation? Because if she was there trying to find a man, or saying that, I can't find a relationship, or I don't, I'm looking for a man, and and it's hard for me to be in relationships, that's a different story. Because I was just wondering, why would Iyanla even ask her that question? Like, would you date a bus driver? And it wasn't so much what she said, because she's entitled to date who she wants to, and the class of people that she's around, her social circle, she probably won't be dating a bus driver. Let's be clear. She probably won't be dating from her social circle alone. It's probably not plausible for her to be dating a bus driver anyway. But if she was asking Iyanla for relationship advice, saying Iyanla probably asked her, like, would you date a bus driver? Because that is a question to ask someone to when they say, well, I can't find relationships or whatever, because sometimes it be your own attitude that gets in your way. And it's not what she said, excuse me. It's the way she said it. When she asked her, would you date a bus driver? She's like, if he owned the company.
So what's wrong with that?
It's not what she said. That's something, if you are a public figure and she's on this platform, like I said, I don't know the context of the question of why Iyanla even asked her that question at all. But if she was a woman coming there for a relationship advice, and Iyanla asked her, would you date a bus driver? And she says, if he owned the company. And Iyanla said, that's your problem. That is your problem, because in the attitude alone, because he could be a CEO of a Fortune 500 company. Your attitude, the way you scarfed and said that shows your character of your attitude and how you did that. He probably wouldn't want you. And I bet she'll probably end up her whole life alone. She'll be sitting there with all her money, all her education, with nobody. And does she have anybody? And as far as black men, I don't know why the people were dragging it about black men, because she dates white men as well. A bus driver comes in different colors. A bus driver is not only black. When she said bus driver, did she say a black bus driver? She didn't say, would you date a black bus driver?
Okay. It to me, it's not about her character, because at the end of the day, so you would date a crackhead?
No, it's not about dating a crackhead. But you know what? If somebody was to ask me, because I probably wouldn't date the bus driver, but if Iyanla would have asked me, would you date a bus driver? You know what? I'm not going to say if he owns the company. I'm not going to say that. I would say, you know what? My social circle.
She's in a different tax bracket.
That's what I'm saying. But it's bottom line, the way she answered it was like, this bus driver is way beneath me. But like, if he's not the CEO of the bus company, I don't want him. And that's an attitude. And believe me, the CEOs of the company, but those fortune, but why she don't got a man though? Why she can't keep a man? It's your attitude. It's not about her dating a bus driver.
I think y'all just don't like her.
No, but it's not about her dating.
Don't like her.
No, because it's the way she said it. It was just the way she said it to me.
Y'all can't take it when people are brutally honest.
No, because she could be brutal. No, I wouldn't date. If she had said, no, I wouldn't date a bus driver. Maybe I would possibly date. I probably would run into the bus driver.
It don't have to be the way you like. She don't have to say it the way y'all like.
And she don't. And you know what? And since she said it on a public platform, and she got dragged the way she got dragged, nobody don't have to stop saying how they felt about what she said, because she said it out loud on a public platform. So everybody's entitled to that.
I don't think she meant it like in a malicious type
She did.
of way.
She didn't. I don't think she meant it in a malicious way. Don't get me wrong. I said the way she said it is causing people to respond. That's it. It's not that what she said was wrong. It's not that she should settle for a bus driver. It's not to say that we're dragging. Then she tried to do the okie doke and try to pull, oh no, it's black people settling and all this stuff and settling and all this stuff. It's not about black people settling.
Isn't it?
What if that bus driver was an entrepreneur? What if that bus driver was an entrepreneur and just needed a thing, and then all of a sudden he becomes a millionaire, but you turned down that bus driver because you said that bus driver, and probably
that's her choice.
The owner.
That's her choice.
And that's why she's alone. Next case.
Before we go to the next case, I just want to say we live in a day and age where everybody has to think the same, And if you think outside of what everybody else thinks, you're a bad person. I just feel like she was misunderstood.
And I don't mind what she said. I don't mind what she said because I don't think she would be dating a bus driver.
Do you think Kim Kardashian would date?
No, but this is like, the whole point. This is what I'm saying.
When black
nobody's
women
getting it.
It's
not about Kim Kardashian dating. Ebony K. Williams will not date a bus driver. We know this. We know this. This woman is a lawyer. This woman is an author. This woman is very well established. Her social circles alone probably will not afford her to date a bus driver. We know this. And she's entitled to have her opinion and date whoever she wants to. She shouldn't have to go down and say, well, you know what? I'm about 50. My eggs are powdered. I can't find a man. I'm going to go dig down and date a bus driver. No, she shouldn't have to do that. It was just in the way she said it. Like I said, I don't know the contents of the conversation. I don't even know why Iyanla asked her that. But if she came to Iyanla as a woman looking for relationship advice.
I don't believe that was the case.
She said, you know what? That's your problem. Because in that attitude that you had right there, that right there is what men see. And it could be a millionaire man. He looking at, so where's her man? It could be a millionaire man that look and see that little stink attitude in you and don't want you.
We go to this. Do you need a man to validate you?
She don't, but that's what I'm saying. What was the context of that's what I'm saying. If somebody can enlighten me on what was the context of the question, why would Iyanla even ask her that question? So if you're coming, that's what I'm saying. Was she coming in because she don't need a man? You don't, like, if a woman is doing it on her own or whatever like that, she don't need a man. This is what I'm saying. Why would Iyanla ask her the question? What was the purpose of her asking her that question? What was the contents behind that? Did she come to her and say, well, you know what? I can't find a man. I've been in and out of relationships. They seem to not work. I wondered, is there something I'm doing wrong? And then Iyanla said, will you date a bus driver? And she said, if he owns the company. And Iyanla said, oh, that's your problem right there. It's not what she said or she's settling. It's your attitude. That's it. People see your attitude. And that's probably why she's had several men. It didn't work out, obviously. It didn't work out in such a successful, educated woman. She's so successful and she's so educated. But she's alone. And maybe she wants to be. And that's a good thing.
Okay.
Move on. I see cats in your future.
We just gonna move on to the next case.
I see powdered eggs. Well, probably she doesn't want children, but I think she was talking about before on the Housewives that she wanted kids and she wanted, a family. She's a little long in the tooth. So her time is dwindling very fast. But just your attitude. That's it. Just adjust your attitude because you could be up today and down tomorrow. And one day that bus driver may be looking good and you said you wanted the owner.
So like I was saying, this is another case of people not communicating well, and Mercury is in retrograde, so communication is off. So here we have another miscommunication on the web. So I think the Brad was on a podcast and she was talking about the fertilization, like the sperm bank and, the choices that she had when they were looking for a male donor. She said that there weren't a lot of black male sperm donors that she could choose from. And the one that they did have looked like Jiminy Cricket. And she did not want to choose him. And they chose a white male donor, to, impregnate her with that sperm. So a lot of people were upset with that. Why did she say that? Why did she say he looked like Jiminy Cricket? And why did she choose a white donor? Then Big Booty Judy had to come out and explain the reasons why they chose who they chose, because I guess they both have medical issues and they had to find somebody that genetically.
Yeah, but I don't think that sounds a little off to me, because usually I have a friend that worked in a sperm bank, and she said that they do not accept sperm from people who have sickle cell trait or any type of thing from any sperm bank. So she said that didn't sound correct. I'm not sure. I don't know.
I don't know if it was just sickle cell that she was talking about.
She was saying that she said that had the trait, but I do believe she said the donor, the black donor, had a sickle cell trait. She I guess somebody else, maybe the brat, maybe carries a trait as well, and there'll be a higher chance for the baby to be born. It was medical issues too. But like I said, when people are donating sperm, usually they check medical history, and they don't take sperm from like bad sperm. You understand? They give they usually give.
I know it's very rigorous, and you have to have basically a clean bill of health.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So what would be the health problems of the sperm donor that had to have a clean bill of health to donate? I think that was a little cleanup. That just didn't make any sense to me, that the sperm donor had health issues when they vet them to not have health issues because they're giving their sperm. That didn't make sense. Yes. And I do believe that because it's other, even if it was that, it's other sperm banks. It's sperm banks in New York. Y'all have millions of dollars. Y'all have this big empire. Y'all could go to London. Y'all could go anywhere to a sperm bank and find a black donor. If one place didn't have it, I believe you could have shopped around. Ask Kenya. Where was the place in Atlanta that Kenya had went to? They had a couple of black ones down there. They had some blackies. I think it was just like sometimes you want a baby with good hair. I don't know. But it just sounds a little fishy to me.
It was off-putting when she said it, and I think that Judy was trying to do a lot of cleanup. Maybe they did want persuasion. Maybe they wanted their kid to be half persuasion. We don't know that. Because at the end of the day, that's their child. They can do what they want to do.
That's what I said. Some people want to have children that's fair-skinned and good hair. Not to say that they do, but some people do. Some people have children with certain people for those purposes. But I hope, I hope the baby comes out healthy and they get everything, they ask for. But it was a weird thing. You know what? Because like my daughter, I was telling my husband the other day that I don't mind if my daughter dates outside the race, but my son cannot.
Well, that's your preference.
Like if she can't use my comb, don't bring her up.
But then
and it's weird because like my daughter, I want her to experience like other like don't only date black. My son can't date other like only black women could come in this house.
But if you put it out there, then a lot of times kids will rebel and do the exact thing that you ask them not to do. So
yeah, I know.
That's how it is. But congratulations are in order for Nelly and Ashanti, who have gotten back together. Ashanti said she got that good, and he is coming back, and he came back. And I'm happy for him because Nelly was out here wilding. He was, doing powder before shows and
allegedly
showing up. Allegedly, and his eyes was rolling in the back of his head during performances. So I'm glad that, they came back together. It seemed like this is the season of people coming back together. So I'm happy to see it. They both
My thing
happy.
Is, did anybody check on Irv Gotti? Did anybody go around there and see if Irv Gotti is still alive? Did they see if Irv Gotti is on his roof? Did they see if Irv Gotti been hoarding pills? Like we need to check on Irvin Gotti, okay? We need to check on. But I'm happy to see them together. I think they are such a cute couple. I loved Ashanti and Nelly together. I think they are so cute. But I'm gonna need Ashanti to stop wearing bathing suits. Because every time I turn around, Ashanti got on the damn bathing suit, crusting up the crotch. Girl, stop.
And I heard that she be renting her bathing suits. And
we heard about the crusty crotch.
Yeah, she
that's why I said
she's
crusty enough some crotches.
And it was dirty when she returned the bathing suits. But
the crotch was crusty.
They say it was yeasty. So, but congratulations to Ashanti and Nelly. Hopefully they stay away from that baby powder.
How the seat is stiff.
I do not know. Let's talk about Brian McKnight. Let's bring him up. I think you want to head this one off, Mace. I feel like you're passionate about
I
this
did enough
case.
last night on Brian McKnight because I had to defend his sorry ass. So tonight I do not have to. Brian McKnight is one sorry son of a gun. He is a sorry son of a gun. Like, child, like what? That
He
is
won't
like a
acknowledge
real.
his black kids at all. He won't
But
acknowledge
that's a
them at
pet peeve
all.
for me. Like when parents do more for their stepkids or kids that's not even theirs than they do for their own child, or that is like a pet peeve. That is like a personal, like, I get real, like, because that's your child. You created that child. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a damn how old your child is. That will always be your child. And for him to get out there and act like he don't even know these kids, saying that this new Leilani, just because her name sounds spicy, like she made him a girl dad and all this stuff. Like, you're publicly doing this. You're hurting your kids. Even if you privately felt this way, do it in private. You don't do that publicly. You're hurting. Why would you intentionally hurt your kids? Like that's
So he
out
was
of line.
making it seem like he was just that he was just now becoming a girl dad. That's what he was trying to make it seem like.
Yeah, he said, thanks. He's told his wife, I would like to thank my wife for finally making me a girl dad. Now I'm finally a girl dad. When you have a daughter, your daughter is Brianna, the daughter that suits you,
Maybe he disowned her after that. He probably disowned her.
But you are sitting there running around telling alleged falsehoods on your daughter's charcuterie board. Why? And she did what she had to do and sued your ass.
Scandalous. Wasn't it like incestual?
You're saying that she was allegedly sleeping, I believe, with the older cousin?
Why would he even say something like that?
And she sued his ass. You know what I'm saying?
And she won? She won that
Yeah,
case?
she won. They settled. Because he probably couldn't win because you probably didn't have any proof of your accusations. It probably was just hearsay, and you couldn't prove it in a court of law.
So she didn't win. He just paid her off.
Well, she won enough to say you shut up and you pay me because you're running your mouth and you don't know what you're talking about. So you spent your money. And what he's doing, and as far as him even saying he doesn't know what being in love with until he met Leilani, and how the songs that he wrote, they were just songs. Leilani, Malani Mendoza, she brings the songs to life. Like, he can feel what he was singing about now,
I mean, nobody listens to his current music. Does he have any current music out right now that anybody's listening to?
Not that I know of. Like, but I don't know. I don't know who is checking for Brian McKnight. Some people have their, steady fans. But Brian McKnight can go somewhere and kick rocks. Like I said, that is a true pet peeve of mine. I don't like a man who takes care of other kids before he takes care of his own blood.
And he probably took his real kids out the will and everything and give everything over to the Spaniards.
He renamed, like, you already have a Bryant Jr. How you re-junior to junior?
So he had another junior.
He had another son and renamed him.
Maybe he really don't F with his kids.
He probably don't.
He really just don't F with his kids. I'm disappointed.
That's sad, Brian McKnight,
Take care of your children.
It's not even take care of your children because his kids are grown. But not to hurt them. You are intentionally, like, no matter how old you get, you're still you're still someone's child. And if your mother or father was to say something like that, so disparaging, that can hurt you. Like, that's to say, like, oh, you made me a girl dad, and you like, wait a minute.
Yeah, that's hurtful.
That's hurtful, and to do it publicly. Like, even if you felt that way, if you want to kiss Leilani's Hawaiian rolls and the kids' Hawaiian rolls when you in private, and they're the best Hawaiian rolls since sliced bread, that's what you do. But for you to sit there and put that out publicly, that seemed like intentionally trying to hurt your children, and I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like it either. It is emotionally abusive. It is. But we're going to have to move on to the next thing. We're going to have to talk about Ed Sheeran Getting Away with Stealing from Marvin Gaye. He was found not guilty for stealing, one of his songs. And I listened to the song, and it does sound very similar to Marvin Gaye's "Let's Get It On." It just has the same background. It has the same background, but and what really killed me was he was threatening to quit the music industry if he was found guilty. And Persuasion really loves him with his weird looking self. He looks like an elf to me, but he was found not guilty for stealing. So I guess he lives to steal another day. But this man literally got away with stealing from one of our great legends, and I had to put him on the docket.
Well,
Did you hear about it?
No, actually I did. I heard a little bit about it, but I didn't know that the case had went through and it was a verdict in the case. But
It's already in trial. It was already in trial.
Yeah, Persuasion stays stealing. I'm not surprised though. Persuasion stays stealing. They take a little beat, just like the Beach Boys and all of them. You go all the way back down to Wolfman Jack. Like you go all the way back then. Like they've been stealing.
And Elvis.
Like they've been stealing. Elvis been stealing, and
They used to,
like
yeah.
You saw what's that
It's been
Cadillac
happening
record?
all throughout the industry.
Right, we saw Cadillac records, and I'm saying they
But it
the
was
thievery
happening
is
ever
real.
since in the beginning. Yeah. So
The thievery is
he
real
got away
sad,
with
but
it.
it's like, what can you do? Because at this point now, with all this AI, they stealing people's voices. Like they can literally
And I don't
steal
really like
your-
the AI. I don't like the fact that they're using AI to bring back dead artists, and then we're gonna do songs with the dead artists. Just I think they're taking it too far. The fact that you can really manipulate someone's voice and you can make it record it and make it sound like somebody else. You can say anything on that recording.
But
and then
that's the scary
you can
part.
make it
I'd rather
sound-
them work with the dead. I'd
Yeah.
rather them bring back the dead and like their voices and be allowed to do that than the living. Because the dead, y'all already dead. So if y'all get
They did it. They did an AI song with
But-
Rihanna and somebody else, and Rihanna did not do the song, but they did it with AI.
Yeah, they did a
And it
Beyonce song
sounded-
too and took Rihanna's voice and put it on a Beyonce song.
and it sounded just like them. That's crazy to me.
But they can take ours too, like from us talking right now.
and create a whole AI that sounds just
But
like
the
us.
thing is that they're not only taking the voice, they're taking the temperament, they're taking the cadence, they're taking your attitude, they're taking your essence, they're taking who you are, so that they can build a avatar with your attitude and your temperament and the way you speak from just stealing your likeness. Like this is crazy.
It's crazy out there. So
That's why I gotta stay being 5, 6, 7 different people, because y'all ain't gonna never catch up with who I am. No.
let's get into this Met Gala real quick. Well, not real quick, because there's a lot to talk about when it comes to the Met Gala. I love judging everybody every year. And this year was no exception. There was a lot of good looks out on the red carpet, and there was some bad ones. But we're going to go over a few looks, and I really liked Young Miami's look. I felt like
it was all right, but those feathers, I know they was rank.
What do you mean they was
Those
rank?
feathers smell like piss. Those feathers are straight rank, and the wind was blowing too.
I think she looks good. She looks good at the after party too. I liked her after
The
party.
after party, now that was sickening. That was Chanel. I know that had to be Chanel. That was.
Oh, and the theme was a tribute to Karl Lagerfeld, who was a Chanel creative director who passed on. So the theme was basically Chanel, Karl Lagerfeld. So I think she was on theme. I think it was
Because he designs, I believe, for Fendi as well.
I don't know if he did, but I know he was with.
I think
Chanel
he did, because when Nicki
for a long time.
Nicki Minaj was a Fendi ambassador, and Carl styled her a lot for her Fendi her Fendi looks. I believe he was. Not too sure. Don't quote me on that, but I think he was.
I also thought Hailey looked good too. Hailey, she looked good, and her movie's coming out later this month. Little Mermaid. Y'all make sure y'all go support the Black Mermaid. We done went through all of this to get her up there. So,
oh yeah, he did for Fendi, yeah.
but what do you think about this look?
I liked it. I just
gorgeous.
didn't like the hair. I didn't know what was going on with the hair. I believe they should have just let her dreads flow, or pull it back. I don't know what they were doing with the hair, but the outfit was very beautiful. She looked really elegant and angelic. She looked like a Disney star.
The hair was herring. I thought she looked cute. I think
It's like when you got close up to it, it looked like they bent the dreads up and they were trying to make like a short haircut with it. It looks good from the distance, but when they zoomed in on it, I couldn't really see what was going on with the hair. But overall, she looks good.
Let's see who's next. Cardi B, she had two looks. She had this look, and then she had her haircut 50 style. I
like the black and white.
A bit better than the black and white, but the black and white one was more on theme.
I like the black and white. I like the detail. I like the black and white one. I prefer that one. The black and white for me. I like the dark with the it was on theme.
Really cute.
It was on theme. I like the gray hair with it. I like the rose embroidery on the skirt and how the skirt felt out and was really big and came out to like a ball gown look, but just so dark, but still that ball gown elegance, but dark. I really love that. This look, not so much. She looks like a pearl in a shell.
I think it's anything creative, I'm gonna go for it. And
she looks like a clam. She was giving clam.
Cardi B is growing to be one of the fashion girls now because she's really been dressing lately.
Yes.
And stop acting ghetto in public, throwing shoes at people. She's really stepped it up. So
right. She's knowing her place. She's recognizing her worth. Go Cardi.
What do you think about Kim's outfit? I really liked it.
I liked it, but I thought she wasn't invited. Like this whole, I thought I wasn't going to see this whole here.
Why would she not be invited?
I thought that banned when Kanye got banned, they banned all of them. That's why I had her.
Kanye got her in. Now that she's in, she doesn't
right.
This
is
Kanye.
What I'm saying. Kanye got her in. So when he's out, usually when the person that got you in is out, you're out too. You're next. You're on, walk a fine line. But I don't even think she was invited. I think she just finagled her way in there. Like I think she used
all the Kardashians were there though. I think they were all there.
I'm upset about it. But I do like her outfit. I think she looks good.
I think she looks good.
Really good. I like it.
I'm not even a fan of hers, and then she looks good. What do you think about J-Ho?
Terrible.
I think it looked good in certain angles. Straight on, it looks weird. From the side, it looks real elegant. From the side, it looked real elegant to me, but maybe not straightforward. Maybe not.
I just want to run behind her and pull like one of those strings, like pull her backwards, like pull. It was just J-Lo. Like at this point, you're trying too hard.
What do you think about Rita Ora? I thought she looked good.
It was all right. It was good. It was basic. It wasn't too much. It was just basic. It wasn't too much. It wasn't, nice.
It was cute for what it is. I forget her. I had her name written down, but I can't remember.
Is that a bow around her kneecap?
Yeah, it's a bow.
No.
It's cute.
It's cute, but why are you tying up your knees, girl?
Because it's supposed to be like a mermaid style. That's what they used to do for Chanel back in the day. It's vintage.
No, but I know it's vintage, but that bow that's on the knee, like they would have had to take that vintage off. Like get this bow from up off my knees. My knees move.
It's just like you wearing a tight dress, but it's tight up top and then loose by the feet.
I see, but it's just that bow that throws me off. But other than that, the dress is pretty. I like the color.
I like the color and the hair. It
was
cute.
Color.
I loved Carrie's look. Kerry Washington. I loved it. It was like a mermaid dress with a little bikini top. You didn't like it?
It's the bikini tops for me. It's like
cute. It's real.
It's just like so. And don't get me wrong, because I like to be nude, but it's just so like it's nothing there. It's just like a bra. Like it's like
it matches the dress.
My bra that I got from and just like, and that was it. And it just looked naked. Like she looked so. It's like so much skin.
Well, I mean, a lot of people were showing skin. We're gonna talk about Janelle Monáe in a minute.
Yeah, because that's what I was like. That was Janelle.
We're gonna talk about Janelle in a minute, but she had a jacket that went with it, that went over it. But when she took the jacket off, it was like a reveal. You know, she's showing a little skin. It was sexy. It was cute. It was fashionable.
I love Kerry Washington. She's my fellow Bronx native. She's from the Bronx, and
I like Kerry.
Huh?
I said I love Kerry. You know,
I do too, and I love her lips. Like she was like she would be my girl.
When she was on Scandal, she used to do the teeth thing when she was upset. that thing, her teeth. That I don't know how she do it, but she do this thing with her lip and her teeth.
Especially when she look at the president.
No, she would do it when she was upset or something.
Yeah, because when she look at the president and they arguing,
it'll be all up here,
and it just be quivering like right here,
like she has the lip teeth thing. Viola Davis has the crying snot.
No, but thing. Viola has the walk too. Viola walks like her feet hurt. I'm like, get this girl some Dr. Epsom salt, get her some Dr. Scholl's, get her some, soak this woman's foot because she has done too much for America for her to be walking around here with her feet hurting.
But love
her a tub and some Epsom salt.
Yari is stunning to me.
Yes, I love this.
Yari, I think Shahidi. She looks gorgeous. If she's not a model, she should be modeling. Like seriously.
She is very pretty.
The face, she's giving you body, she's giving you.
Well, you know, she probably, that's probably in her DNA because she is Nasir's cousin. So they do look good.
I mean, she looks gorgeous. I think she's like one of the top people for the night, in my opinion. But she's wearing like a bustier, and you don't have nothing to say about that.
No, because it's the bottom is covered. I don't see her stomach. See how I wear bustier. I love a good bustier, but it's like if it's just a bra, a strip
between this and her.
It's just like it's just this whole midriff open, like this whole midriff, and then the shoulders for me. Just for me, it just you look so naked. It just like you make me chilly. When I look at you, I get a chill.
She's barely wearing clothes too, but she's
no, but that is a different look. Like it looks like you see how the corset comes down. All I see is shoulder and the hip and legs. I can go with that, but like all that stomach out, like and all the like thing.
The bottom kind of gives me like Egyptian priestess.
That's what it looks like. She looks like she's like Cleopatra, like an Egyptian. Like this is a lot of Egyptians look like this, like the color, the skin color, the facial features, and she's giving me too like a Sade-esque look. I don't know if it's the forehead, but she's just giving me Sade, and I think Sade is so beautiful.
I do too. And I love this look. I know some people might not like this look, but I thought it was really creative and it looked really good on her. I think she looks really pretty. I know you probably don't like it. But
no, I do like it because it looked like something I would make in my room.
It to me is creative.
It is. That's what I said. It looked like something that I would make.
It's semi-nude, but not really nude.
See, this is what I like, the sheers, and she has the stars covering her, but when it's just to so much skin, I'm like, it's nothing to, like, I want to look and see if I can find skin. I want to do this. Like, ooh, I like your shoulders. Like, look at her skin, like, or whatever like that. But when I see it all just a little bra in the mix, I'm like, ew.
And we're going to do some honorable and dishonorable mentions real quick. I do like Keke Palmer's look, even though it was very simple. I think it was elegant. She looked pretty. She just had a baby. She has, she's given the Oprah hair. She's.
Yes, Keke that came out with an old nasty DA. That is the DA from back in the day. The old ladies. Ask your grandmother about the DA. When they put the
She looks really pretty, really elegant. I love Keke.
She's giving a 60s. I think she's going for like a 60s theme.
It's like a vintage
a real 60s
Chanel.
vibe. Giving like housewives. It's giving like 60s beachy. Like her second outfit for the after party, the color blocked outfit. It was giving a real 1960s, 70s vibe, and I liked it. It looked good.
And I don't feel like all the girls need to be so thin and so like.
No, that weight looked good on Kiki.
She looks really good with that extra weight on her. I mean, she looks womanly after she had her baby. You know, her titties was busting out her dress. That man was looking at her.
Yeah, she loved it. Kiki looked good.
So another honorable mention. Some people liked it. Some people didn't like it. Was Janelle Monáe's dress. So I liked it. I liked that it did. It was on theme, but it wasn't my favorite. Hold on, let me pull it up. What do you think about it, Mace? Because I know you know which dress I'm talking about. The black and white. It was like a cone. And then she transformed it into a bathing suit.
I don't know. Janelle Monáe was just having a good time.
But you remember she used to be all covered up. Now she's showing. Now she's walking around in bathing suits.
She don't damn no more. She went like dancing on tables. You shocked me.
I don't really like.
I like that.
But did you see her at the after party in that?
And on that table, that's what I said. Dancing on tables, Janelle, you shock me. No. But I like that look. I like that.
And look at this.
No,
I like the body.
It's too much.
Why y'all mad about body?
No, it's just too. It's just for me. Just for me, she looks good. Her body looks good, and she's. But it's just like you just naked, girl, and you're not on the beach.
She got on a bathing suit. She covered up here, but I don't really like it like this. I don't like the cone because it kind of unraveled like a spiral, and it was like a big reveal on the red carpet. So let me see. But I mean, the bathing suit.
The body in. She looks really good. It's a Met Gala. I thought you were supposed to show off clothes, not your ass. I did not.
It's clothes. It's clothes right here.
It was not clothes. Like I like this outfit because it's just different and the structure of it, and it's weird. I think it's very cute. But the bathing suit, she looks good, but I just don't like the nakedness. Like put some clothes on, girl.
Let me get a picture of her with the cone with the
nasty. Put some clothes on. I told you.
When she was standing there, it was really a big moment on the red carpet. Her unveiling the cone look. So shout out to her. And it was some more people that looked good. I'm trying to remember everybody, but the people who I did not like. First, we're gonna talk about Doja Cat. I felt like the body dress that she had on was okay, but when you did the face with the cat and you was a cat the whole night.
Yeah, she was actually portraying Carl's cat that passed away, I believe. She was dressed as his cat. He was notoriously known for his white cat. So that's what she was giving. I didn't like it either. And she's out here meowing. Doja, stop. It was just a miss for me.
And she threw a lot of people off with her demonic tattoos. And then she got another. It was like a bat skeleton on her back. We're assuming, so she's definitely out there. You know, it's weird. I'm not really feeling the cat outfit. I mean, the dress itself by itself looks nice, but the whole cat face thing threw me off.
It's like she's trying to be like a Gaga.
Yeah, it is.
And it's giving like, girl, like stop.
It is appearing that way. And she's just doing a lot to be different. You're doing a lot to be different. But she's a very pretty girl. I just wish she would get it together. Another person who I feel like is seeking attention and always looks a mess on the red carpet, and I don't know why y'all keep inviting him to the event when he's gonna declass the event anyway, is Lil Nas X. I absolutely hated his outfit. came out with his. You want to talk about naked? He had his whole booty out.
It was covered in diamonds, though.
What's his face?
Where? Which one? Not.
Lil Nas X. Lil Nas X.
Oh,
You
no.
don't make excuses.
He looked horrible. He looked horrible. It was horrible.
Halloween.
It was a whole miss. It wasn't like, what was the point? I think he did just want to show off his body. He do got a little nice body. I think he wants to show off his body and just be naked and be covered in diamonds, darling. But he looked a mess. How dreadful. A fashion show with no fashions. Vintage 1970. How dreadful. Hey, Chef Don Don. Are we stuck? Are we on?
Yeah, we lost each other for a minute. I think it was the demonic Lil Nas X. That was
yes, like you were summoning. It was like you were trying to pull it up. It was just summoning something from the beyond, and we do not want to summon that.
It just to me, he's not talented, so he has to rely on gimmicks to be relevant, and this is just a whole gimmick. He was doing the cat thing too that Doja was doing, but Doja did it a little bit better. It
was a cat. This was a cat.
It just looked really weird.
Was not a cat.
You look at it on the face, it looks cattish. He has whiskers.
This looks like a devil.
He has whiskers and he has like a cat nose.
This doesn't look like a cat to me. I love
it.
Cats.
It does look demonic.
It looks devilish. It looks like look at the nails.
Was given
like
demonic cat.
Yes, I don't think it was. Don't even put a cat down with that.
It looks like a demon.
Yeah, it's definitely given. Yeah, it's definitely given. He demon. He demon. That's what it's given.
But I don't know if Doja Cat might not be invited next year because they said she was smoking that vape pen, and Anna Wintour does not like smoking, and that's one of the rules. You cannot smoke at the Met Gala, so they're saying that she might not be.
She probably needed to take a pull with her stiff wig, because that woman, all the money she got, and that wig still don't move. Girl, bye.
Well, you gotta follow the rules when you go to places like this, or you'll be banned. You'll be banned.
Well, did we see Tiana Taylor? I believe Tiana Taylor.
Tiana Taylor.
Tiana Taylor
a lot of people are saying
good.
A lot of people are saying that she had the best look of the night. Let me see.
Yeah, she had one of the looks. As far as paying tribute to Carl, I think she's one of the ones who executed it perfectly. She looked really good, and that body is sickening.
That body makes me feel like I need to go to the gym a little bit more. I don't think she posted it on her page. Let me I know it's online.
Speaking of Tiana Taylor, she did bring Chick-fil-A to the party. Like, bring your own Chick-fil-A.
Smart, because I heard the food wasn't that great.
Yeah, they say the food there is like very bland. It's basically about, contributing your money for the plate, like buying the plates, and whatever. But you probably do need to carry some hot sauce in your bag, or at least a 2-piece chicken.
Let me see if I can put it up on Google because let me see. I couldn't find it on the Instagram. It's hard, because Instagram has now let everybody have the check marks. So you'll go to a page thinking it's a celebrity page. It's a fan page.
Yeah, and they're buying the check marks. Who wants to buy? I'm not buying. Why would I want to buy a check?
A lot of celebrities not even buying the checks. It's stupid. It's really dumb, y'all. But let me see that.
It really didn't make any sense because, like, when the celebrities are, their pages are usually run by publicists a lot of times anyway, and their pages their real pages that they be on don't even have the check.
Yeah. So who knows who you're talking to? You could change the voice to make it sound like the person too, and I know it's gonna be used to. They're gonna use that to catfish people. Why? They're gonna be catfish people. Beyonce, send me $600 to my account because I need to get on a plane.
Yeah, but did you see the one where the little girl called her mother and said she was kidnapped? They had the little girl voice, and the mother get the phone, and she was saying, "Her mommy, I'm thing," and they want ransom, and the mother's thinking like it's her daughter, like her daughter's they took her daughter's voice and used her daughter's voice.
That's crazy. That's what I'm saying. This whole AI thing is really scary. But
yeah, but they say man will eventually destroy itself, and I do believe, and even a lot of the people that I believe, two of the gentlemen that was head of the AI, they stepped down and quit because, like I said, they know something that we do not know, and once we start being controlled by this artificial intelligence, it is a wrap for us. It's a wrap.
But bringing it back to Tiana, I really do like her look. I do like she's showing a little bit of skin. She's showing a little bit of skin on the side. So a little bit, but not too much. The only thing
that's a little bit of ass cheek.
There was no ass cheek. There was just a little.
There was a little bit of ass cheek. That's a little bit of ass cheek. Her ass is very high and tight. She works out. So that was a little bit right there on the side. That was at least hip ass.
You can't see no booty cheek. You can just
look at that. That was hip. That was top. But that's muffin. Look at that. But that's okay. It's okay. It looked good. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't too much.
And the sunglasses look works for her. I think she's also very model-esque. She has high cheekbones.
Oh, you mean she's a strong-faced woman.
She's model-esque.
She's very model-esque.
I'm just not feeling the rat tail in the back. I'm not feeling that, but I do like the outfit. She looks good.
Yeah, I like her style. She's very model-esque, but she get it from her mother. Her mother, Nikki, is very stylish. And they got that Harlem swagger, and she's always had that style ever since a child. But she looks good, and the body's body, and congratulations to her, because she actually just now confirmed that she will be playing the legendary Dionne Warwick in her biopic. So congratulations to Tiana.
And she deserves to do so. She looks very much like her. So
very cattish, very strong faced.
She's not strong faced in a.
No, she is. That face is strong. Trust me, I know her mother. Like I see him, like her mother. They got high cheek. They're like Grace Jones. Like they're not ugly. Yeah. They're beautiful. But the sharp features, very sharp and like strong, structured features, very pretty.
Did we miss anybody from the Met Gala that we want to discuss that really stood out?
I don't think nobody. Oh well, Lizzo. She stood out because she had some clothes on her ass. She was fully covered. She looked good and covered. I really liked it.
We just on that note, we're gonna go on commercial break, and when we get back, we're gonna be talking about Bishop Whitehead stealing from the church and stealing a church. So y'all make sure y'all refill y'all drink.
That man did no such a thing.
Refill your drink, and we will be back in a little bit. Hey Nola, yes. I heard the food wasn't that great at the Met Gala. I'm sure it's like really small, dainty So I think she brought Chick-fil-A. I would have been like with her with some Polynesian and some honey mustard and some
I just
Chick-fil-A sauce.
I just gave y'all too much right in the camera. That was a lot.
But you criticize everybody else on the runway. Let's talk about your favorite bishop, Bishop Whitehead. Do you want to lead it? Because they said he stole a church.
On the main line, tell them what you want. Jesus on the main line, tell them what you want. Let me tell you, Jesus is on the main line when it comes to Bishop Whitehead. Okay, this man has been in more trouble than a little bit. He has been now accused of stealing a whole damn church. A whole damn church.
But they've been saying that since the beginning, though. I've heard that since the beginning that he came in there with that deed. But they're saying that now that he falsified the deed on the church, kicked the people out, and formed his own church in that building. That's how you steal a church.
I really can't believe. I'm a little on the fence now. I know that the bishop had some alleged shady dealings going on and had some shady ways, and we know that he spent time in Club Fed and all this stuff. But as far as him stealing a whole church, who actually walks into a church with a deed and the person that owns the church or whatever know that they didn't sell the church, or how did you have this deed? Wouldn't they go do their due diligence and go down to like, wait a minute, what's going on? Let me call someone to find out if the deed has been transferred into Bishop Whitehead's name and what's really going on. Like,
yeah, I mean, it just seems like it was just, are y'all just pushovers? Was y'all scared of him? Did he threaten y'all? What was the reason that y'all just got up and left because he told y'all to leave?
I need to know. Like, did he roll in there with a tight Gucci suit? It was like, yo. I'm saying, like what happened? Like, was you? Because this makes no. It really logically doesn't make any sense. I don't know if they're just making up things on the bishop because
Vintage is saying that he changed the locks, but how would he have legal rights to change the locks without a legal, real document? I know he allegedly falsified the deed, but somebody somewhere has to have the real deed.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I understand that things do happen and things of this nature, they do occur. But this is like really fishy to me. Like, how did you just go in there? And I understand like going there, changing the locks at night, and then you show up and you're trying to get in like, hey, what's going on? But after you show up and you try to get in and you realize that the locks has been changed, wouldn't you call someone and say, wait a minute, blah, 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 or find out if this deed was even transferred to Bishop Whitehead, or is it some type of legality that can help you, like something that could tell him like, hey, this deed is fake. This is not a real deed. Take him up on charges for having this fake deed. Is he going to be brought up on charges for having this fake deed?
I hope so. I haven't heard anything about charges though.
Yeah, and they said that he swindled someone out of their life savings and he lied to the FBI. This man has been busy. But you know what? That's how it goes down in Brooklyn. It's busy.
But let me just say this. I will never trust a flashy pastor. I grew up in the church, and the preachers that were flashy, they always rubbed me the wrong way. They were always asking for more money in the offering. They was passing the collection plate twice around the church so they can get their check. It was clearly about the money and not about God. And that's what I don't like. The Bible talks about false prophets coming out, every and it just seems like we just see more and more of them. And I don't know why y'all want to follow this man in this tangerine Fendi outfit.
That is banana yellow. No. But you know what my thing is?
God doesn't have to be. He can be flashy, but it's not about the flash. It is too much. It's very much so too much, and that's something that cooks my gizzards as well. The flashy preachers, the one with the jewelry, and they start talking back. But a preacher ain't nothing but a saved pimp. A preacher ain't nothing but a saved pimp, because they got away with some words that could sit there and manipulate you and make you believe what they're saying. It takes a certain person. It takes a certain type of person to be a preacher.
It takes a certain type of person.
So Vintage, are you saying that he really owns the church, or was it a fake deed? Because the people are saying it was a fake deed that he used.
Wait, put that back up for a second.
And also, he have that. He had that supposed robbery that I think was staged a little while ago. I think it was like 2020 when it came out. They robbed him during service. They came in and made him give up his jewelry. You remember that?
Mm-hmm. So technically, what did he do wrong?
It's a lot.
Like, so he didn't do anything legally. So he wasn't legally wrong. He was morally wrong. But she said, the property was in a trust and expressed interest in buying the property. He expressed interest in buying the property. The trustee gave him the authority to use the tenant landlord court to evict the tenants by buying the property. So basically, he found the way around the system without being so that deed is fake. So I need to know, is he going to be brought up in charges? Like,
and I'm trying to figure out why haven't charges been filed already? Are y'all scared of him? Oh, they're suing, but they need to bring him up on actual charges. Judge Nola said, "This is not your client. Are you the prosecutor or are you the defendant for this case?"
No, he was my client, but we are no longer. We have severed ties in a professional manner. He is no longer my client anymore. But if he does, he's the one who got my career started, and he made me into an esquire of Rap Snacks. I got my degree from the back of the Rap Snacks bag, thanks to the bishop. But you know what pet peeves me too is the preachers that talk so fast and then they have this like.
No, but really gets me.
Y'all always drooling. Y'all drooling and sweating.
It gets hot in the pulpit, but really, what kills me is when pastors start yelling and screaming in the mic. We hear you. You the only one in here mic'd up.
I like that. That makes me. I like
all that screaming and
I like when they go. And you better. Oh my God, that excites me. That's the part of church I like.
I don't like preachers who do that.
Every time they yell.
Preachers who scream and yell in the mic.
I'm out. Come.
We hear you.
Every time. I hear.
So let's get into the mess of the night. So we got to talk about Sleepwalker, Summer Walker, Selena Powell, and Lil Meech.
This situation is just funky from the beginning.
Number one, it started off with Summer Walker. She was posting Lil Meech on her, on her stories or whatever. She posted him in the bed. You know how you have relations with somebody. Let's be adult. But you have relations with somebody and you put them to sleep. That's what it was given. Like it was like after the moment.
I put it on him. I put it down.
And you wanted to get on social media and brag. You was like, I made him go to sleep. So you took a picture. You put it on your stories or whatever.
This could hit real different because she couldn't even make him go to sleep because he could have knocked his own self out according to the way they said his underarm smelling. So he could have just, in all actuality, knocked his own self out. And you see how he holds his mouth. He holds his mouth like he smells something stink all day. So if you smelling something all day long, nigga, it's you. So I think this is just a funkified situation.
So she put up the picture of her and Meech, and she was posting him in her stories. Selena Powell starts to feel a certain type of way, and then she started posting pictures of her with Meech and videos of her with Meech listening to Summer Walker in the background. And then she put out a video on OnlyFans of her giving that Gawk 3000 to Lil Meech in somebody's bathroom.
She is one nasty, bold ass.
All this to get back at Summer.
We need to get the preacher screaming.
And you have Lil Meech in the bathroom lifting up his shirt like a little boy. You know how little boys...
Yeah, and then pushing his hips forward. You know how you lift up your shirt, but you go like this. You pushing your hips forward.
It was given like, you know how in high school, that's how they... when they be under the stairs.
Watch his little head.
They lift their little shirts up and then she go to town.
Not to tell.
So Selena Powell is... If Kenya is a slut from the 90s, Selena Powell is the slut from early 2000s. She's right up there with Kat Stacks. You name them. Like, she slept with everybody in the industry. Everybody. And I don't know, black men, I don't know why y'all keep going to Selena. Maybe she provided good services. Maybe she's giving that Gawk 3000. Or maybe y'all just want an easy lay. But y'all need... Selena Powell tell everything. She'll tell everything.
Why? This is my thing.
For free.
These men in the industry, they are so nasty. To whereas this one woman has been known to allegedly been with so many of the men who will still just go right behind. It's like it makes her more desirable. The more whorish ways that she has and the more that she does, it makes her more desirable for these men. Like, oh my God, yeah, I heard she sucked another one. Gotta get her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's like, what?
She's been with so many. I know the latest one that I know about that off the top of my head is Snoop Dogg. You know, he's still married. Like, she
yeah, right. Where's Shantae? Like,
She was posting videos of her and Snoop Dogg smoking powder. Her and Snoop Dogg, you know, doing other things like
I know
in bed together.
That powder thing. I never looked at Snoop Dogg the same again. Like,
I mean, of course he does powder. You didn't think he
no, I just like you don't think Beyonce does. I don't think Snoop does.
Beyonce does not do powder.
Right, Snoop does not do powder.
Beyonce has a no
the same way you
but Beyonce has a no drugs policy on her tour.
Snoop has only weed policy.
Well,
only weed policy.
Selena Powell put it out on video. Like that's what I'm saying. If you're gonna get a discreet hoe that just know her position and she know what time it is, because Selena Powell is gonna tell everything. She's gonna record you. And she's gonna put it out there.
And it's like they go for it. Like, if you know that this woman is recording and doing all this stuff, why would you intentionally go sleep with this woman for you to be recorded next? It's like they want to be like this.
And then, but bringing it back to Summer, girl, you just dropped them twins earlier this year. You were so in love with the baby daddy, you got his name tattooed on you. Remember that? Remember when they got them tattoos?
And doesn't she have, I believe she has stage fright or some type of like agoraphobia or something like that?
Social anxiety.
I was like, well, I guess that don't, that's not limited to the dirt. That's not limited to.
I mean, I want to like Summer because I F with her music. I like her music. She has really good songs. And I want to like her, but I just feel like she's so immature and just childish. And loose.
Maybe because she's a child.
Wasn't she being a priestess? What type of priestess is
I believe that she is into thing because I saw like some of her pictures. It looked like she was
what type of priestess is out here sharing Peen with Selena Powell?
But a lot of them do. I'm telling you, like, you don't even understand. Like, I forgot the lady name. I started following her on Instagram. Storm MARROW had her on the show. I think her name is Summer. She has a satin something. If you ever see one of Storm shows with Satin Sanchez, I believe her name is Satin Sanchez. She's one of the she's a witcher, but she's like a sex witch. A lot of people do spiritual work through sexual acts and stuff like that. She was saying like how she drinks men's ejectile, if you will. Ejectile, she drinks it. Like she likes to drink a lot of it. Like she would drink men's because it's embodying and pulling in her power, like to be sucked. And that's why I say a lot of men too. We have to teach our sons, don't be giving it up like you're worth something. The same way we talk to our daughters and be like, don't give it up. Your pocketbook, keep your pocketbook closed. Well, tell the boys keep their pencils in the pencil case. Too as well, because a lot of
Tell
these
that to Meech. Meech has a top show right now.
A lot of these women are succubus and they do sexual acts, and a lot of time men just be so happy to get the sex, like woo, he's doing all this stuff, but not knowing you are a sacrifice. Like they're doing this sexual acts and stuff like that to harness energy. To
Summer.
Well, I don't know. I never could get why she was hanging like with Sookie, because she always looked like so innocent, like like.
I think that's the role she likes to play, but I think she's childish and petty behind the scenes.
Maybe.
I think she is.
Maybe.
But this whole scene is a mess. Meech, you have a whole career ahead of you. You have another season of BMF you got to do. But I don't think you should be dealing with the likes of Selena Powell. You got to be able to do better than that. You got to be able to
right. But all I got to say
Summer Walker, like I said, working out with your baby daddy. Y'all just had some twins. Take care of your newborns. You was feeding the other one twigs and raisins. So make sure you feeding these kids properly, and just don't have them in the house when you're doing all this nasty stuff. Then you got your kid with London.
All I gotta say to Summer Walker, keep the deodorant cabinet full. Keep the men's Dove soap in the bathroom. Make sure you have a washcloth, in the bathroom, and just bathe. Just make sure everybody's clean, and and I love her music, and good luck, with their relationship.
So I mean that's all I have to say on that. Wish them all the best. Y'all keep them in prayer.
Right. I hope they don't end up on a stink note, but.
But moving on to the last thing, Love and Hip Hop is returning, and it looks like it's returning on MTV. And Erica Banks will be on the next episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I personally have fell off of Love and Hip Hop, but do you still watch Love and Hip Hop, MASE?
Not really. This last season, the last little season they had with the I couldn't really get into it. It was getting on my nerves. And because I really think they need to get rid, like Yandy gets on my.
Yandy should not be on Atlanta. Period. Yandy should not be on the Atlanta cast.
Yeah, she gets on my nerves, and then it was just too much. So that turned me off. In between, Erica Mena, I want her gone. I want Safari gone. You've been riding Nikki coattails for about 20, 30 years. It's not what do you do, Safari, other than sling Peen? What do you do? You're not I want him gone, Erica gone.
I'm surprised the show is still on.
It wasn't and Erica on it. And wasn't she the young lady who said certain girls couldn't sit with her because of how they look or whatever, and she's not cute?
I think she is that girl. And what's her name? Erica Mena looks weird here. She looked like she lost a lot of weight.
She been through something. This girl,
she just looks stressed. I don't know who Amy is, but she looked like a Kalina from Bad Boy back in the day. And that's Erica Banks. I mean, she's not ugly, but she,
Yes, you're bad. Annoying. That's it, but she's not that cute. But the way she was saying, the girls can't sit with her, whatever. They gotta look. Girl, you better check your face before you say things like that. This is what I'm talking about. When people get real beside themselves and say things out but girl, your face. Don't. And you're young with that face. You're young. That's the problem. You're 20. With that face. That's the whole fucking problem. Talking about your face. What?
It's nothing wrong with her face. It's nothing wrong with her face. Your face is fine
for a 44-year-old, a 45-year-old, a 50-year-old. That.
How old is Erica Banks?
Not that she looks old. She doesn't look old at all. She doesn't look old. But I said, but the way she said, people just say things and this child, Beyonce's not even saying certain things. That's what I'm saying. Beyonce is not saying certain things. Beyonce wouldn't say that. This girl, you can't sit with me if you don't look a certain way.
Well, she wouldn't say that. She would just get her team to tell you.
She'll get them to move like she got them to move Farrah.
Well, they sent Farrah her luggage. They, Farrah,
Beyonce was real shady to
Farrah
Farrah. I watched those old videos. Beyonce was a little bit of a mean girl. I'm telling you, Jay-Z ain't with Beyonce. The apples never fall too far from trees. Everything they saying Jay-Z is, and then Jay-Z is a tyrant, and Jay-Z do all that stuff like that. The apple never falls too far from the trees. You are who you with.
I'm trying to figure who we talking about though. Who we talking about?
I said that they like to say like, oh, you said Beyonce. I said Beyonce was kind of mean girl to Farrah. She has sent her packing. I said, but it's not too far fetched because she's married to Jay-Z, and they say Jay-Z is a very much of a tyrant, likes to be in charge of stuff like that. And usually when you're with somebody, you're not too far off from what they are. We breaking up. We broke up.
He's a businessman.
Right.
He's a businessman. That's what he does. He calls the shots.
I love Jay-Z. Like, threaten all of them. Have all of them scared of you. I don't care. If you call that man a businessman, it's a businessman. When people need to call you and check, like, because Jay-Z don't like that, so don't say it. That's what's up. And that's the same thing with Beyonce. Beyonce is walking around the house. Beyonce is the queen bee. Beyonce is firing people left and right. Like this thing.
They're also saying, moving on to the next story, they're saying Kenya Moore is dating a persuasion male who owns a restaurant.
Oh, yeah. So he's kind of cute. But he's another restaurateur. Like, you're dating all these men that own restaurants. It's not. I don't think it's good for you. I wouldn't want to see another restaurant if I was her.
I just feel like y'all, a lot of times, it's like people like her and Tamar feel like if I date a persuasion man, I'm upgrading. But I just feel like the man that you chose, you didn't really know him that well. Mark Daly, I'm talking about Mark Daly. You did not know him before you married him. And now you're just rushing to be with this persuasion male. And, Tamar's engaged to this man. And she hasn't known him that well. So, I mean, you like it, I love it. But that's who she's dating. Okay. Okay, you think he'll be able to handle? Do you think he'll be able to handle Kenya's personality? Is he going to be able to bring her down? Like Mark had her at Ken level. When she was Ken, she minded her business. Ken minded her business. She sat down when her man told her to sit down. She wants to be submissive, but she has to find the person to be submissive to. Because you can tell she wants to be submissive.
Kenya wants that happy medium. Kenya is definitely a girl after my own heart. We are strong women, and we may seem like outwardly strong and bold and doing stuff, but we like the comfort of a man, like Stephanie Mills. Like, I like that I don't have to worry about stuff like that now, or certain things, or what have you. I like that. Like, and can I do what needs to be done on my own? Yes. And you should always be able to do what needs to be done on your own, whatever. But I don't have to, and I like that. And that's that I don't have to. And I think she wants that comfort of to have a husband, a family, have someone that she can depend on if you get sick or if anything, and that happens or whatever. She's getting older. Kenya's what? In her 50s, she's in her 50s with a
she's older.
Yes,
she has the right to date whoever she wants. And
she probably can't. But like a lot of times, a lot of black males sometimes or could be intimidated by and even like with the Ebony woman. She's a strong black woman, and a lot of times black men that even if although successful, they're intimidated by like strong black women too. And they don't want like a lot of times, and that's why a lot of times women that's in their positions that's successful, and sometimes they're alone. They don't have because
I don't know if it's intimidation, but I also feel like sometimes people don't present themselves as if you want to be a wife. I feel like you should be friendly, more bubbly, more feminine. And some people
won't get that from you if you, like you said, like you're supposed to be more bubbly, more feminine. But they're not going to get that from you when she's portraying a role on TV. That's what I'm saying. So with everyone is looking at this role that she portrays on TV, sometimes people don't want to have the patience or the time to want to get to know.
They have it for other people. They just don't have it for us.
Because when you have this attitude,
they have it for other people. Other people can get on social media and the news and the TV and have the worst personality, always in a relationship. But when it comes to certain people, like somebody made a comment earlier, why can't Black women have a preference? Like when Black women say that they have a preference, everybody attacks them. But Black men say what their preference is all the time. White men say what their preference is.
No, but Black women should have a preference. Black women.
But why are we attacking people?
But that's not saying like a preference. That's not saying like, oh, I prefer to date white men, or I prefer to date such and such.
She prefers to date men.
Did not say that's the thing. This woman did not say I prefer. She did not say that. She scoffed. That's the difference. That's what I'm saying. She scoffed. That's what I'm getting. It's not what she said, because I don't want her to date a bus driver. She shouldn't settle down and date a bus driver. But she scoffed when she asked her that question and said, "What you say?" She said, "If he owns the company." That's a scoff. If he owns the company, that's a scoff. You scoffed at that.
But why would that? Why
that's what made it ugly, and that's what made it negative. That was a scoff. What she did, look, rewind the tape and see what that woman did. As soon as when that lady asked her that question, like I said, I don't know why she asked her the question, because I don't know, but as soon as she asked her the question, she said, "If he owned the company." Just like that.
But at the same time, she can feel that way.
Right, and she deserves to feel that way and have her preference on what she wants. That's what I'm saying. So, but when you scoff and you do things, expect backlash. That's it. Nobody's not bullying you or whatever. Were you bullying a bus driver by saying you wasn't dating him? So stop bullying bus drivers.
It was a hypothetical question. Why are you bullying
bus drivers saying that you wouldn't date them, that you would only date the boys?
I do feel like she
bullying bus drivers across the world. All the bus drivers that drives the MTAs are upset right now because Ebony said she only want to date the boys.
So what?
It's bullshit.
What?
That's what I'm saying. It's bullshit. Just like that sound like bullshit. That sound like bullshit. Saying
just like if somebody said that. Somebody said that they don't like men with beards. Okay, you don't like men with beards,
right? But they're not going to say I don't like. Okay, so why are we mad at Giselle? Hold on. Why are we mad at Giselle and Robin when Robin said all them grease and stuff was in? That was their. That's how they felt.
No, that was dogging him out.
That's how they said
felt. No, that was different.
They deserve to say if he looks like grease was up in his beard and looked like he ate a bucket of fried chicken.
There was attacking him and putting these racial stereotypes on him based on how he looks.
But everybody put the racial. So who put the racial stereotype on the bus driver? Did Ebony even say
wasn't racial.
Black bus driver? So why are people still out here talking about? She don't have to. Black men need to do this. Such and such and such.
Y'all made it a black issue.
Right. This is what I'm saying. Once you say something, people are going to run with it, and it's going to have legs. You said what you said, the way you said it, miss. So therefore, it's going to have legs and repercussion. People are going to say stuff and reply to what you said. That's it. That's it. She said what she said, and she's entitled to her opinion. She's entitled to date the richest man in the world. She only needs to settle for a bus driver, exterminator, a supermarket worker. She don't need to settle. She's educated. She done put in the work. She shouldn't have to go back down and settle for nobody else. She shouldn't. But like I said, when she scoffed and the way she said it, that was just the problem for me. Other than that, I don't have no problem with her because I don't think Ebony K. Williams should be dating no bus driver. Would she? No. She deserves a man on her caliber, period.
We do stuff all the time. We scoff at things. We say, we laugh at certain things.
But we're not her. That's what I'm saying. You're getting out here. You're on a higher level, scoffing at people. So if we scoff right now, people ain't gonna come. We ain't gonna get 1 million people, and we're gonna be like, we're being bullied. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, she's in on a higher level. So whatever you say, ma'am, you're gonna have to be mindful of what you say and how you say it, because the next thing you know, you're gonna say, we're being bullied.
But I do feel like people are too sensitive. I feel
Yeah,
like
they are. People
it
are.
shouldn't have got as big and as what it got. It was
Because
dragging out
who was tight about it was now who they need to get about, because DJ Envy, I believe he was tight. I don't know if he had a bus driver in his family.
No, DJ Envy was using it to make himself look better in the
But
public.
it makes yourself look weak. Like that was just too tight to her.
He was too deep into the argument. It wasn't even that serious the way he was going after Ebony for how she feels about who she want to date. She can feel however she want to feel. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect you. It doesn't affect most people. Like, why do we care? Y'all worried about the wrong thing.
People act like it's such a big deal that she said it, and she don't. No matter how she said it, if she scoffed, didn't scoff, or how she said it, bottom line, only person eggs is going to be powdered is hers. The only person that's going to look around when she's older, and then
he was attacking her like he used to attack Angela Yee.
Yeah, it's her. You don't have to worry about what she's dating, like, or who she wants to date. She don't got to date no bus driver. Shit.
But they attack women all the time on that show and on Breakfast Club, like Angela Yee was saying, and I don't think people listen to what Angela Yee was saying because they don't like the messenger.
Right. But I don't like her.
A lot of people don't like her, but she was speaking some truth. They were attacking women on that show. They made Little Mama cry.
Sat there and attacked right with them. You sat there and didn't say nothing.
When K. Michelle got on there, I know what you're talking about. When K. Michelle got on there, when they was talking about K. Michelle body odor, I'm gonna just say body odor, and some rappers got on there and they said that she stank. Angela Yee laughed, but she probably laughed like everybody else would have laughed in the room when somebody said, "Oh, they stank." You know,
it's not.
She don't know K. Michelle personally. She don't owe K. Michelle anything.
See, this is the thing. It's not about her. Because I probably would have laughed too. I probably would have bust out laughing because I like to laugh. But after I recovered from my breaking out in hysteria, when I came back from laughing so hard, I would have said, "Hold up. Hold up."
How do we know she didn't do that? How do we know
because it wasn't aired. If we didn't see it, it didn't happen. So therefore, if she didn't stand up and say, like, hold up, as men in here, and I'm the only woman up in here with this young lady, y'all shouldn't be talking about how funky her coochie is. It could be funky, and that's probably what I would say. It probably is funky, but y'all ain't trying to eat it. So as long as it's not out her pants.
I don't think she had a lot to say, but she was laughing with it.
But she always, just like Little Mama, when Little Mama was on it crying her eyes out, all you was on the side just laughing, and you never and then it's like you didn't stand up for women either. So why are you complaining about what they did when you were complicit? She
was complicit, but that doesn't take away from what her truth is.
Right, that could be her truth, but girl, shut up. Don't want to hear it because you ain't saying nothing.
We have people in the back that want to join. So we're gonna
before they join, I want to tell you about a drink. I'm not making the drink, but I do want to tell you guys about the drink because it was delicious when I took a sip. It is called a peanut butter and jelly. Yeah. I don't know if you guys like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, but this drink tastes like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but it's good. And I don't really like peanut butter and jelly.
I haven't had them since I was a kid.
Right, but now you can have an adult one and enjoy it.
It comes together and you don't have to mix it?
No, you have to mix it. I'm going to show you right now what to get. All right. Welch's grape juice. This is I believe a little liquor thing. It's called peanut butter whiskey. It's called Screwball.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Peanut butter whiskey. So you put these two together. This is what's giving the peanut butter and jelly taste. And you can add some vodka to it. Shake it over ice. Delicious.
But Yvette, I'm sorry, I just can't get into that show. I just can't get into it. But we are reviewing Housewives of Atlanta on Tuesdays at 8:00. I just can't get into Bad Boys Club. The last clip I saw, they was fighting because somebody invited somebody to a club. It just, to me, I just can't get into it. and it just seemed like everybody kissing Jonathan, but
They are.
because he can fight, and
The security.
don't nobody want to fight him, so they try to kiss his butt. And it's a lot of followers, and I don't like to see everybody.
You know, Yvette, are you watching? You've been watching, because this was taking me down, because the security is so funny. How when Jonathan just be running around, security, Johnny.
He can fight. I ain't gonna take that away from him. He can fight.
The security be trying to calm him down, like to the like so calm. They so scared. I'm like, he got
everybody scared of him. And
house on shook. Because I'm not going to if I saw Jonathan charging anywhere, I don't give if he was in somebody else's direction. I'm running, because he is like a force to be reckoned with. He is huge, like a tank, and solid, and he don't back down. And he do not care. He got that headstrong. I'm running, because somebody's going to have to take him.
They too much butt.
I'm like, they are so scared. Johnny.
I just can't do it.
Yes, so, and then Chef D.
You
know, getting on my nerves too, Chef D. That Chef D, he is too big. Sir, you are too damn big to be like Chef D is so.
That's a big.
He's the chef. I believe he was the ex-boyfriend of Saucy Santana, and he's like really handsome. He looks like Yvette. Doesn't Chef D look like D. Ray, the comedian? He looks like D. Ray Davis in the face, but he's like so tall, like really tall, and like a big guy.
He's the one with the teeth. He has like 40 teeth in his mouth.
I don't know, but he looks like D. Ray Davis. He looks just like a bigger version of D. Ray Davis. I wonder if they're related, because he even has the same voice tone as him, like the tone of voice.
I don't know, but I do want to bring up our special guest who has dropped in.
Ooh. Hey, Nala.
The Burley bus driver. Thank you for coming on here.
Hey, y'all. I'm the big burly bus driver. How y'all doing?
Yes, it's your courtship. The honorable.
What is your opinion on the whole Ebony case, the whole debacle? What? How do you feel as you a bus driver?
My opinion is, if she don't want to date the bus driver, she don't want to date the bus driver. I didn't hear her say black bus drivers. Now, what people also put a race on it is when she said she's not settling for mediocrity. Like when she did all of that and talking about C's and D's, I'm like, girl, you can go to the emergency and have a doctor that was C's and D's that barely made it through. So, making A's and B's don't make you spectacular, and C's and D's don't make you mediocre. You know what I'm saying? You just may be a person that was hard at testing, and the testing weighs more than the classwork and the activity points. But I just want to know why we all in everybody's business about who they dating and what their preferences are and what level or character of person they want to date. And everybody not gonna be like Candy. No disrespect to Todd, because Todd wasn't broke. He just wasn't Candy level rich. Okay. Right. So let's be clear about that. But everybody ain't gonna be like that. There are some people who want to date up. There are some people who want to move up in standards in life.
That's why I said, what was the context of the question? Because
that was the thing for women. You wanted to marry a man who could provide you a better life. That was the thing. So I don't understand why we get mad now when women say they don't want to date nobody broke.
I really don't know. It was such a big deal.
And this is why I don't understand. What was the context of the question? Like, why did she even ask her that question? That's more of relevancy than her answer. Why? What everybody's talking about the question and how she answered. But the point was, why did she even ask her that question? Was there did she come to her and say, well, look, I can't find a man? And she probably saying, well, shorten your pool, because sometimes when women are successful, they have a list. So you have a list, and the older that you get, you may have to like delete off that list. Like, oh, okay, I don't want a man with no kids. Girl, you're 50. You know what I'm saying? So in order for you to meet a 50-year-old, that 50-year-old may have kids. So now you may have to X off the no kids off your list. If you want a man, who's saying that this woman even wants a man for the bus driver. I just need to know why did she. I need to go back and watch that whole interview. That's what
I think she was just asking a question. You know,
I don't think Iyanla would have bust out. Iyanla is a very spiritual woman. She picked up something on her, or it was a reason why she asked her that question. She didn't just bust out and say, "Would you date a bus driver?" That's like me randomly asking you.
She asked her that question to make herself, Iyanla, look better in
why?
the situation.
That's what I'm saying. But even with Iyanla, why did you ask her the question? Like, it doesn't make sense.
You're gonna have to ask Iyanla.
That's why I said I want to go back and watch the interview. I want to watch the full interview because that's like me bust out and just ask Nola, "Hey Nola, you date an ambulance worker?" And with no, like, you like, wait, what? Like, where did that come from? Like, where did the question?
Yep, and I won't go on all my dates in the ambulance. So
right, like, where did the question even come from?
Cut on the siren and speed through the traffic lights. Yep.
That's the big thing. Where did the question even come from? That's how I want to know. Was Ebony asking for a relationship advice? Was Ebony saying that, look, I'm running, because she did have problems with dating.
She said that she was dating. She said, I remember the prelude. She said she was dating. And then Iyanla just asked her that question. It wasn't like Ebony was asking her for relationship advice.
No, but I'm saying, but Iyanla is a very spiritual woman. She picked up something stank on Ebony or something like elitist on her to even ask her that question. She probably
might be elitist.
She probably has an elitist attitude or carry herself very elitist.
Let me tell you something. And this is my opinion, and I stand by it, and I stick to it, and I don't care who like it.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying, Short. I gotta watch the whole thing.
Whoever you want to date, for whatever reason, your standard is your standard, and don't make nobody make you change your standard. I don't care if you want the French fryer at McDonald's or the damn president. Whatever your standard is, that is your standard, and you don't have to be shake, rattled, and rolled from moving around it to appease other people. That's just my opinion. I don't care why it was asked, but respect her decision.
But if I come to you, Nola, and I come to you, Nola, and I ask you, Nola, I can't find a man. I've been dating, and it seems like nothing ever works out. All the men that I date, this is what I'm saying, because it's constant to the subject. And you tell me, well, Maxine, would you date a bus driver? And I say, no, probably the owner. And you say, Maxine, well, maybe that's your problem. Maybe you can't. Maybe you need to date, outside of your circle. Maybe you need to go outside of your circle and find somebody.
Girl, I wouldn't even tell you that. I'd be like, well, when you get the owner, see if he got an uncle. I mean, everybody is different. My thing is, I don't believe.
Well, I'm saying because this is a different. Are you looking for love? Some people are settled. This is why I needed to know the contents of the question. Because some people, like, she's a woman that's established. She has money. She doesn't need a man for money.
Let me tell you this.
So what is she looking for at this point?
If you a person with money, you might want to date a person with money as well. Because if you get with a broke person with a broke mindset, that's where you're gonna be right back broke with them.
And stressed out.
No, but that's true. But that's what I'm saying. Ebony's circles is not going to put her in with a bus driver. The circles that she hang in with, it's not going to put her in with a bus driver. At this point, if I was to leave my husband, I'm not dating a bus driver. You understand what I'm saying? So, but I'm not going to sit there and be like, a bus driver ill. You know what I'm saying? That's what she kind of gave. I said, but I'm not going to date a bus driver. I like money. I like to shop. You see, I shop every week. Every week I shop. I can't help. I love to shop. So therefore, I'm not dating someone that can't let me shop. Okay, if you can't, that's a problem for me. But other people will, because they feel they have their own money and I could buy my own stuff. That's it. And I'm looking for love. I want a family.
I mean, I just feel like at the end of the day, I'm not about to argue with nobody about their preferences. And as far as DJ Envy, I don't know why that's even his name, because ain't nobody envying him or his wife, who she's saying that God took her mom, smote her mama to make her realize that her husband was good, although he was cheating on her. I'm sorry. I am way more concerned about the jokes him and Charlamagne tell each other about getting in each other booty than I am about who Ebony K is dating.
They have a dildo on set, don't they? Or it's
I
some
don't
type
know
of
about
sex toy.
the dildo on set, but the stuff they say
Yeah,
sometimes
they say a lot of stuff.
it definitely turns my face up. Like, what the fuck? Like
They
to
be
me,
talking to
them
each other
conversations is
sexually.
way
No, but
bigger than
especially
stuff they
Charlemagne,
say.
like all the stuff he did, like the way like he was trying to go in on Ebony, like you above the law, sir. You is not right. Look at you with that Erica Mena
But
situation.
they were attacking her because it was popular, because people was not
But
liking
that's
her
what they
comment.
do. That's what them two do.
Well, she knew what she was coming from when she got on the show. She knew when as soon as she said what she said.
She was dragging it too.
That's
She
what I'm
was
saying. As soon as she
dragging it
said what she
too.
said,
But
people are going to respond. You're a public figure. You said something, people are going to respond, whether it's good or bad. People are going to respond. Is it bullying? I don't think so. I don't think it's bullying. But maybe what they did on the show, was it bullying what they did on the show? Because they're confined in one space and they're going back and forth with her. And I think he should have, as a man, he shouldn't have been going back like that back and forth with her like that on the thing. But if you open your mouth and you say standing as a public figure and somebody come back and say, don't cry bullying. It's not bullying. Like people said what they saying what they said, just like she said what she said, they saying what they said.
Child, I don't care about Ebony King.
Yeah, it's like nobody
I know who
cares.
she was till she was on Watch What Happens Live, and the only reason I remember because she was up there with old Stank Robin. Now
yeah.
I don't really. I just came up here to be messing eggshell. What y'all think about Monyetta saying that that
Marlo had
basketball
canned peach.
Marlo had a canned peach? I think that peach is right. It's
I
past the
think Marlo
expiration
deserved
date.
it. Marlo deserved it because she has been going after people even before the show. And I think a lot of it is rooted in jealousy. Man, you just got your peach after 10 some odd years. And now you're in interviews doing what Nene was doing, saying who need to have a peach and who don't need to have a peach. And that's, you need to study, your fave, because she's no longer has a peach. So while you over here talking about who deserve one and who don't, you're not really securing your position. I think they might have signed a 2-year contract because I think Sanya on the chopping block, Sheree is on the chopping block, and Marlo.
Yeah,
so
Sheree.
now they're working overtime to keep their peach. Because Marlo don't have a storyline.
But no, but Marlo doesn't have Marlo is always gonna be that. I don't know how to explain it. You know how the homeless girl, like it was always a bum in your block, like
A gutter
a fly
snap.
bum. It's always a fly bum. It's somebody who's popular or whatever like that. They may be bummy or whatever like that, but the people like them because they may be scared of them or whatever. And they're popular, but you look at like you're a bum. But they're very popular. That's what Marlo's popular. She dresses in fashions and dresses in name brand, but inner, it's not.
I don't think she is as popular. I think she was more popular when she didn't have the peach.
Yeah, so when she didn't have the peach, but now she's been waiting for this moment. When I'm saying that she's been waiting on her for this moment for her to have her peach, for her to get out here and do this and say that who needs to go, who needs to stay, such and such and such. Like she will always be like, no matter how much lipstick you put on a pig, there'll still be a pig.
So you saying Marlo was sitting around here like, Nikki, I wish that I could.
Yeah, like she's been sitting around. So now when you get that, like, oh my God, I got it now. I'm going to come in and I need to do this. I need to act like this because I got this. I need to act like
that's
this.
Stupid though. That's stupid because she's been on this show for how long? People been wanting her to get a peach because of how she's been. Like technically, if we want to be real about it, technically she's a new peach, but she's an RHOA OG. At this point, she didn't have to come in and do what the new girls do to try to maintain a peach. She could have been doing what she been doing.
Yeah, because who she was got her the peach, so she should have kept doing who she was. But she's coming in here like
she's trying to come in and redo Nene. But let's be clear, nobody can redo.
Very
Nene.
much
There is only one Nene Leakes, and the difference is when Nene said people should go, people got mad with her for responding, but she was asked that question. She didn't just come out and come for people peaches and stuff. Like when everybody was mad because she said that about Cynthia, the fact of the matter is she was asked that. And the truth is, Cynthia was the most boring out of all of them, because at the time, Candy had hot drama, Kenya and Portia had hot drama, Phaedra had hot drama. Cynthia didn't have nothing.
I'd take Cynthia over Sanya any day.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
Celia
listen.
gotta go.
Let's be clear. Let's be
Celia
clear.
is so boring.
I love 50 Cent. I don't care how many 1s, 2s, 3s that come behind it. I love Cynthia. Cynthia in them cheekbones, and Cynthia's like the calm to everything. When she get a little rowdy
That's when
with
she kick Portia in the stomach.
Every now and then,
but
she'll get with you.
You need a calming. I just don't. I don't like Marlo. I believe I don't believe that lady she said is her mama is her mama. I believe Marlo was just dropped on this earth by a demon.
I'm just mad she had a mama on national TV with no teeth in her mouth. I haven't forgotten, and I will always judge her for that.
I just think.
See, Marlo is one of the ones, like I'm saying, like people who slip through the cracks.
Now she needs to date a bus driver.
Like I'm saying, she's one whose pedigree. She doesn't have a pedigree. Like she doesn't have these high society backgrounds, and she doesn't have this. She's not a Hugo. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't have
a mugshot.
Well, she got a couple chair, but she's not one of those. She's the ones that slipped through the cracks. She's the one who's from the gutter, but made it and got into these circles. But now she thinks she has to do a certain thing to keep, but that's pushing you away because it's not authentically you. We fell in love with the Marlo that was, from years back. That's who he was. And now you come in here like, well, now that I have a peach, I'm going to do it like this. I'm doing like, girl, you done changed the game and we're about to change you. Bye.
And listen, I'm not going to say that Candy is the end all be all, right? But I will say this. That lady ain't did nothing to Mastercard Marlo and stuff or tried to help her. The SHADY show was trying to produce a show around her and she ruined it, not them. I don't believe in biting the hand that feeds you because, baby, one day Candy ain't gonna need your Kentucky Fried Chicken. Truthfully told, she didn't need it then. She could have just bought her own. Okay,
right,
that's truthfully told. But you gonna need these same women that you dogging out, and then you gonna sit on the reunion and cry again this year and blame it on being kicked out. You need to be kicked out.
Your childhood.
Yeah, I believe she's jealous. She's jealous of Candy, but she's one of those girls.
She's very jealous.
Round here selling rented fashion, rented knockoff fashions. Cause how the hell was that damn J-Lo dress and J-Lo had just wore that dress?
We're right. That wasn't it.
They could be knockoffs. They could be like replicas of the actual fashions. Like,
yeah, I think they are replicas. I don't think that she has the actual thing that the worker. She had Foxy
because
Brown,
I think J-Lo's dress is in a museum for real. Like the green dress.
I think it's the same dress, but it's not the dress that they wore because she also had Foxy Brown's iconic. That denim Christian Dior bathing suit that she wore or on the cover of her album. She had that too. And I'm like, where did you get it? Like, is it? She's like, yeah, this is the one Foxy Brown wore. And I was like, I don't believe it.
Now look at Marlo and look at Foxy Brown. Ain't no way Marlo fitting in something that Foxy Brown done had on.
But she was renting it out in her store. Like, she had it on display. Girl. With the matching denim purse, that Christian Dior.
I think it was that first episode where where she pulled out the fashions for y'all to look at, and y'all couldn't touch them or walk in them, but y'all could rent them. So,
but Marlo gives me like one of those jealous girls. Like you made, like, girl, why are you jealous? Like still be envious, not even jealous, envious. I think the word to properly describe her would be envious. And I don't think it's more so as jealousy. I think it's envy.
I think she really, even though she talks about Candy all the time, Candy has a support system. She has a husband. She has kids. She has family members. She has a team behind her. You want to talk about Candy not being a good mother? I think you're taking it overboard. I think she really crossed the line with that one when she started talking about her mothering skills when you're not a mother yourself. You're an auntie, and you kicked your nephews out when they was acting crazy. And, when you have kids, you can't always kick them out when they start cutting up. So that's part of being a parent.
Not according to her and Brian McKnight.
But she's quick to throw her nephews out. So I know that this time when they're back, since the cameras have started rolling again, she needs them again. So they're gonna act right during filming, so she can have a storyline. But I'm sick of Marlo. I'm sick of her.
Me too. I'll be in you guys videos on Tuesdays. I'll be right here down to the Shady and Mace Palace.
Yes, we thank you for coming by.
Thank y'all. Y'all know I love y'all. I just be having to come up here to be a little messy with y'all.
Yes, love you, Nola.
Them doggone basketball wives. And the only thing I miss about that is that I miss doing something with y'all.
Yes, we got to get together and do something with the three of us.
We got to do something, but Basketball Wives is not it.
Listen, we tried.
Basketball Wives is not it.
If they would have kept going, we would have kept going. But I ain't watched this since the last episode.
It fell off for me. Like it just completely. I just can't get into the show. Jennifer acting big and bad now.
You know that ain't even.
I'm
real.
Like that, you ain't even like that. Like Jen,
Jennifer at the reunion talking about.
Listen, Jackie ain't even have to argue with her. All she had to do was put a Mentos on the table and humble her.
I'm done. I am done. I am done.
Mentos on the table.
But now that all of her enemies are gone, Malaysia gone, and Evelyn and
the show need to be gone.
Jennifer is on the reunion talking about put respect on her name. She's an OG. I said, oh, y'all got Jennifer Bucking. It's time for me to exit.
Somebody should say they got Evelyn on speed dial. I'm like, look, but you know it's a table in this room, and I got Evelyn on speed dial. And she was coming right across the table.
She was not big and bad when Evelyn was there. She was not big and bad when Malaysia threw that whole table at her. A whole table. Not a chair, but a table.
Jennifer and tables don't get along. Tables are not Jennifer's friend.
I don't know. We're gonna find something though.
We gotta find something, but it ain't basketball.
Maybe we can review that show that's coming out in June. Did y'all see that with Portia and them going to simulated Mars?
Yeah, they're supposed to be doing like the celebrity. It's like a Mars simulator thing. I said she better be on Housewives next season for all of these extra.
But you know what could be something good to review? This College Hill season.
Yes.
When does it come on?
I believe it starts next week, maybe. I believe so. But this College Hill season seems like it's going to be interesting. We got Jocelyn, the Puerto Rican princess.
But they're not even going to college. They're not going to college.
Look, they're getting a certificate, okay? They get the same degree I got.
None of them are going to college.
They're giving away rap snacks.
What happened to Nene? What Nene degree at? Nene was on that last season. What her degree?
Look at Nene.
It wasn't that long enough to actually get a degree. But
she's not in school. I haven't seen her in the library. I haven't seen her.
Nene graduated summa cum laude.
If you in school, you'll be posting about. I have a test. I have an exam coming up. She don't never do that.
Well, you know, she didn't want to dissect that pig, but you know who was good in college and who really deserved the diploma, their degree? Big Frida. I think Big Frida was on task. She was doing her work. She was dissecting that pig, and she was doing lovely incisions. I loved her incisions. They were so neat. And I think Big Frida really deserved a degree from that college.
Just for doing the pig. We dissected.
No, she was on point. She passed everything. She took the task seriously. Like she was like, because that's how I am with school. Like I may joke around, but in school I'm like this. Mm-hmm. I don't like to miss nothing. Like I do not like to miss. I don't like to be wrong. I do not like to miss nothing. Like no, you would no. And so she was like really serious, and she took the her education really serious. Like she was on time for class. She participated. She was.
Well, that's good. Make it look like you're going to school.
Right. The only one, you know, Ray J was messing up. Ray J didn't give a damn. Ray J was like, "Look, my undied. I'm sleeping in. I'm leaving. Like I'm going."
I think Ray J just want to be on TV. He likes attention.
Pretty much.
He just want to be on TV.
But what about that professor? Because that professor wanted to. I think she wanted to give some her charcuterie board down to the guy from the 3-6 Mafia guy.
Juicy J?
No, it was a light-skinned guy that was on. I don't know if his name was. It wasn't Juicy J. It was another guy. It was the other guy.
I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about. I can't remember his name.
But one of those professors, this man was not even passing. He wasn't even paying attention. But she was trying to give him that charcuterie boy. That professor was like,
a lot of time, no female teachers, they'll be extra nice to the male students. You know, they be, you know,
that professor was
give them a little
passing him. I was
chance.
like, he did not deserve the pass.
Bun B.
Yeah, I think it was Bun B. Yeah.
Cutie to know, but thank you.
No, but it wasn't Bun B. It's the other one. It wasn't Bun B. Bun B is the kind of fat one, right?
Yeah.
Bun B's kind of fat.
It's another one. Then it wasn't the three of them in 3 6 Mafia.
I know who you're talking about. He did
I
Life
could
Swap.
see his face.
Hey, KMB.
I could picture his face, but I can't.
Yeah, light skin, kind of tall, nice looking guy. But that teacher, because he didn't pass nothing. I'm looking at it like every answer's wrong.
KMB, catch the replay and make sure y'all hit the like button on the way in. Make sure y'all hit that like button.
Yes, definitely hit that like and just subscribe.
But Nola, I know you got to go. It's getting late.
Yes, y'all know I'm at work, but I just had to come up and chill with y'all for a minute. I love y'all.
Love you too,
we
Nola.
love you, and we're gonna get together and do something. We're gonna work that out.
Of course. We might have to have you on night court to control your partner over here.
Right, but we gotta do our
our
snatch games. We gotta start our snatch games.
Because she been getting out of control the past 2 weeks. Last week she showed up looking like Lil Bo Peep with a
you know she's gonna give you a look.
That's
why I love her.
This week she dropped exclusive new summer hot tracks by Brian McKnight. One last fry. I
leave it all behind. I gotta put you out of my mind, baby. You're fine. One last fry with some French fries on the side. Brian McKnight need his last fried chicken before he leave Blackism. Before you leave Blackham, you gotta have your fried chicken. You gotta get one last fry.
She has been out of control, and I need you to get her.
I don't know.
To get her.
I can't do nothing. I'm just here. I can just moderate. I need my fines reduced. If I'm gonna come on night court, I need my fines reduced. Because
you ain't paid one fine yet, and you don't have to tip in with your chicken wings because we have them now.
I told down to the Nola Reed to the court. I'm getting paid good because now I got an assistant. Now I got an assistant. Her name is Maria Sanchez, and I was for the assistant because the judge pays me well.
That's them fines, girl.
I know she does.
So those fines will be up. I will make sure those fines. The increase. We may need a 10% increase on them fines because Maria.
I'm like Beyonce. I'm not paying if I don't owe. If I don't feel like I owe, I'm not paying.
Listen.
With that too. You hear about that? You heard about that story too, right?
Yeah, girl.
No, but not even that she owes. Allegedly, it was an artist that came down to the Rock Nation. Blame Rock Nation. We blame everything on Rock Nation. An artist that came down to the Rock Nation, child, and tried to sell, and shop their music. So the Rock Nations allegedly was like, maybe, we're not interested, whatever like that. Done stole, allegedly, the musics and then try to put the music out. But luckily, the person copyrighted their music. So now
that had nothing to do with Beyonce.
Beyonce's tax evasion.
That had nothing to do with Beyonce.
Scam that they're trying to, throw up the tax thing to cover up what Rock Nation. Because Rock Nation is always up to things.
That don't have nothing to do with Beyonce. Beyonce is standing up.
But once we hear that Beyonce owes taxes, everybody's calling the IRS because I even got.
But the IRS be tripping. Y'all gonna act like the IRS don't be tripping?
No, but that's why I said I had to call the IRS on Beyonce's behalf because Beyonce is my cousin. I had to call on her behalf and look, she don't owe no taxes. Beyonce has been making millions for years. For decades, and she ain't never owe taxes. Now all of a sudden, my cousin Beyonce owes taxes. Y'all are a liar and your breath stinks. Give them the Mentos because they are lying. Beyonce don't owe no taxes.
I don't know if Mentos will help Jennifer. Jennifer needs Altoids.
No, yeah, she does. She needs the can too. Put that can down her throat. She needs to swallow the can.
She done got besides herself. But anyway.
No, because I know it was this guy. He was a DJ. His breath used to stink so bad. And give him a gun. You need to eat the wrapper, eat the pack. I mean, don't miss nothing. Don't leave nothing Okay, don't
Yeah,
waste.
so-
Bye, y'all. I can't with her. Bye, y'all.
Bye. Bye, Nola. Thank you for
Bye,
joining us.
Nola.
But I felt so bad when they was talking about Jennifer Breath on Basketball Wives. I just
No,
felt
when
so bad.
Zell's
Zell's so childish. He was talking about her breath, and her friend Evelyn didn't even say that to help her. Yeah, F the R. Well, hold up. Let me not say that.
right. You gotta wait.
They'll come
I'm like,
after
you
me.
talking about him. I said, real quick, wait.
And I don't have it. I don't have it. But
Wait a minute, watch your mouth.
That's why I said, I know they watch it. I know the people watch it.
We just saying that Beyonce usually
I was just playing.
Time with her taxes.
I was playing.
No disrespect to y'all. Y'all know what y'all doing, but we saying that our girl Beyonce is usually, she usually up to par with her taxes. That's all we saying. We don't want too much.
I was just playing. Mace, do you have anything else to say before we?
It wasn't me. It was the AI.
But yeah, it was the AI that said it with my face moving and my mouth moving. Do you have anything to say before we close out?
No, this was a good show. We had a lot of topics.
You was very passionate about the Ebony thing. Because
I was passionate about it because I wanted to know. Because actually, I want to go watch the episode. I didn't get a chance. I just heard them talking about it, and I saw the clip. And when I saw the clip, and I saw her facial expression, and I saw Iyanla do like this, give her one of the beloveds, and I thought she was about to say beloved, and she was like, "See, that's your problem." And for her to even say, "See, that's your problem," I thought it was something, prior to that. Why
y'all put too much weight on Iyanla? Iyanla ain't as deep as what y'all trying to make her seem.
Let me tell you something about Iyanla.
I go back what she made that guy talk in the dirt hole on the ground, and she was like talking to that.
Because y'all don't understand what she's doing.
It's just the way she got on Neffy.
No, when she made him talk into the dirt,
called Neffy a gutter snipe in front of her man.
No, but you don't understand when she made him talk into the dirt. No, but it's a connection that we have with Mother Earth that we don't know. Like even if we stand outside the sun, like even if we sun gaze and we look in the sun, we are 9 ether beings. Like we're 9 ether. We're carbonated people. We're connected to the dirt. So when she's pushing him down, no, seriously, when she's pushing him down in the dirt and making him do, it was spiritual for him to connect one with the Mother Nature, and that's why I said she saw something. Weird. It was weird, but a lot of people wouldn't understand it. That's not, she is a mother, she is she's a priestess, she's a high priestess, she's a Rob, she's no longer Robin. She's another person that, she is new Iyanla. She used to be Robin. She is Iyanla now. Miss Von Zant. If you're spiritual, okay?
But was she spiritual when she called Neffy a gutter snipe in front of her man?
Yes, she was, because sometimes we got to let these people know, because when I call people gutter snipe, they come to get and I tell them, you ain't nothing but a dirty hoe. And I have to tell them, like, you need to know this.
Do you feel like, because you remember I posted that a little while ago, do you feel like she was too hard on Neffy? Or do you feel like Neffy deserved Neffy
needed to hear it. I don't think that she was too hard.
Do you think she deserved?
I don't think she deserved it. I think she needed to hear it, because if a grown woman with all them kids that she has and a husband is letting a man that texts her say good morning, and you want to suck his peen because he texting you good morning, and that good morning made you so like you are so of less than a person, like you're such a gutter snipe that somebody texting you or showing you the slightest attention, you want to suck their peen. And she needed to tell her, she needed to know, because I bet you she probably changed her life after she was called that gutter snipe. Neffy hasn't been the same since. Yeah, initially it's that shock, because you're like, how dare you say what I am? You know what I'm saying? So it's that shock. So, but when you realize, it's like, oh my God, she called me, somebody said it out loud. Like somebody said it out loud, and probably somebody said it out loud. And I think Neffy changed her life for the better. I think after she was called the gutter snipe, sometimes you got to be real. Like when people come to me, but I got to be real. I got to tell you, was a dirty hoe from the block. Like, you know what I'm saying? No, you got to stop conducting yourself like this. You got to stop. You got to,
I think we pick and choose when we want honesty because, like you said, you tell it like it is. But when Ebony said what she said,
but it's not about her.
I was mad.
No, because that's what's getting me wrong. It's not about her honesty. I think people should be. I like when people are honest. I believe she should have said, "No, I wouldn't date a bus driver." But when she added in, "But I'll date the boss," that's what made it stink. You understand what I'm saying? It made it downtrodden. It made it seem like the bus driver was less than. That's what made it stink for me. If she had said, "No, I won't date a bus driver," I don't give a damn. I don't even give a damn that she said that. But what I'm saying is when she added on, "But I'll date the boss," that was a little stink. Because if she had just said, "No, she won't date a bus," I don't expect her to date a bus driver. Do I see her with a bus driver? Hell no. Do I want her to drive? No, because that nigga too broke for you, girl. Why would you date a bus driver? That nigga broke. And that's dead ass. That's the truth. Now, that's the truth you're looking for. But as far as you be like, "No, but the boss." Like you were being condescending.
That's the truth.
But that was condescending truth. So when you're being condescending like that, expect backlash. Because if I say some slick shit being condescending and someone come at me and say something slick back, I can't get mad because I was the slick first. That and maybe the boss was the stink. You know how some people add stink on top of it? She could have just ended with, "No, I won't date a bus driver."
I think it's perception because I don't think that I don't want to continue to drag this on. But
I said because I don't even care if she date them. I don't think like me.
I don't think that she meant it that way.
My opinion, I do not think Ebony K. Williams should date a bus driver. I think, and I'm saying this, I think a person whose occupation is a bus driver is a little below her standards, and that's the truth. That is the truth. And her being a lawyer and her being in certain circles or author and all this stuff, she will not be dating a bus driver. It's not typically rational or reasonable for her to be dating a bus driver. And I'm saying that on the record. But I just said I didn't like at the end how she put stink, like it was so beneath her. Like sometimes the way you carry yourself, the energy that you have, like everything is so beneath you. Sometimes you got to be humble. That's what I'm saying. But maybe if she had a humble heart, maybe she'll get a man. That's what I'm saying. And maybe she'll get a rich man. A rich man, a man that's on her level and on her caliber, and she humble herself down. That's all I'm saying. You can be all you can be, and you can want all you deserve.
Hey, Jane.
Learn how to be humble. Learn how to, for the grace of God, there go I. Learn that. That's what you need to learn. And the path to your richness and everything that you do for the grace of God, there go I. Because you could be up today and down tomorrow. For her to sit there and say it the way she said it, it was condescending and it was degrading the way she said it. It was the way she said it. It wasn't what she said. I believe she's entitled to her preference. I believe she deserved to get everything that she wants. It was just the way she said it. Because you could be up today and down tomorrow, and she could be wishing for that bus driver one day.
And with that being said, I want to thank everybody who has joined the chat. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Anybody who's catching the replay, hit the like button. And also keep in mind that we are reviewing Real Housewives of Atlanta on Tuesday. So make sure y'all watch the episode on Sunday and come back and watch the review with us on Tuesday. We want to give special shout outs to Nola and Cece, who was in the chat. Vintage.
Yes.
Shards, Cleo, Cheryl, Catherine.
Janet. Hey, Janet.
Yvette, Chef Don, I see you in the chat. And if I'm missing anybody, I appreciate anyone who has joined us tonight. Y'all could have been anywhere, but y'all was here with us. We love and appreciate y'all, and stay tuned for new things coming from our channel. So,
and happy Cinco de Mayo. We still got a couple of minutes left. Grab your tequila, get your tequila and your tacos, and take a shot before you go to bed.
Yes, we almost done with Cinco de Mayo, but we did it tonight. But we will be back next week on Saturday. And if not, just hit the notification bell so y'all can stay updated on when we go live. So y'all be safe out there, and we will see y'all on Tuesday. Good night, y'all.